Alrighty, here we are before the actual battle itself. We've already done a little bit of formationing. I have formed formations. I speak English. Let's see here. They have a fleet, so I'm kind of expecting them on this kind of map, on this kind of city map. Pretty often I see fleets come around the side here and land about here, because this is a nice little valid landing spot for them to sit in. They can also land right here, but I only find that they use that if they're attacking. Now, again, this mod has been changed like a whole hell of a lot since the last time I played it, apparently, just a few weeks ago, so holy fuck, I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll do other things. Maybe the size of their fleet will cause them to land here. It would make more sense to land here. But I think the AI sees this as a chance to attack the besieging army and, like, catch them in a pincer. Like, if you're stupid enough to just advance in and start fighting, you know, you can flank them, but they won't do that. So I've taken into account that if you recall in the past that having this ballista in defensive battles just causes, or offensive battles rather, having this ballista in offensive sieges and such causes the AI to rush at you to prevent you from, you know, slaughtering them from far. So I've prepared a formation that should counter that easily enough. If they come at me from the left, I've got my Triarii here to block them, and these buildings protect me from the flanks. Cavalry can swing around if they have to. Principes are forming my front line because this is my second infantry line. They're not feeling too good lately. Looks so cool. Okay. And on the other side of the map, that's where my second army under Quintus is going to come in. They may just make a beeline for the capture point. We'll see. I will respond based on what they decide to do. There's the fleet. And if you look, they didn't spawn over here. They spawned over here. They might land here. We might get a bit of frame drop this fight. Might drop down to 40 to 50 frames because we have a lot going on. We have 4 armies on the map. And if you look, yep, the garrison army, it's right there. It's like, hey, we're gonna come out at you. Let's spread out our line a little. They might come out this way. I don't want to get flanked. Go, ballistas, for the good of the city. For the good of Rome. I'm just gonna group these guys in some form of formation. Let's do... gosh, I don't know. Melee front line. Actually, here's how I'll do it. You be Unit 8. Unit 8, I said. Go ahead and just do a double line. Ooh, they made a triplex axes. Yes! They added a new formation. Divide et Impera finally adding a triple line. Fuck yes, thank you, Divide et Impera. I like these changes. This makes me happy. Okay, we'll form them up. Music is a little loud in my ears as usual. Yeah, we're already breaking units before they even get to me. Gosh. Make sure you guys are targeting. Here, I'm gonna turn their fire at will on and off again so that hopefully they target the central unit. Hey, look, it's almost like I know what the AI is going to do. They're coming here. Okay, you guys formed up? Look at that, they even formed up by Hastati, Principe, and Triarii. Yes! They formed up in historically accurate formations. Oh. This game is so good when it works properly. Okay. Just getting Sarpila off now. Oh, one of my ballistas shot me. Shot my own unit. Some Libyan spearmen coming into my Principes. My Principes with their swords should do very well against light spearmen. I'm pretty sure my ballista are shooting my men. Fire at targets in the distance, please. Okay, should be good. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And they're just leaving this capture point undefended, so I guess we'll just rush it in a minute. Under Quintus. I should have Gaius move forward to provide morale bonuses to the Principe fighting here. Also, I should probably be, like, actually doing flanking actions and shit, huh? I know how to be a general. I'm totally aware of what I'm doing. Cover this right flank action with this unit. Make sure I don't get fucked for doing this. What are they doing? Oh, they're actually... It looks like they changed their minds. They were coming this way, but it looks like they've decided to land here instead. I don't usually see the AI change their mind about their landing positions, so that's interesting. Let's have my archers switch to flaming arrows for the morale debuff. I want these guys to run now. They're about ready to run away. Yep, there they go. Looks like these units have flipped over to take on Quintus's forces. That's probably why this fleet changed their ideas. In fact, if you want to do that, that's fine. Let's form up Quintus over here instead. Respond to the fleet as they get out. Okay, that's a lot of those shattered. Let's take the healthiest units. Also, archers, stop firing. Ballistas, save the rest of your ammunition. Let's get our healthiest Principes. These ones are in pretty good condition. And get our Triarii. Let's just knock some of these out. And that's fine. Put you guys in a double line. And move up. That'll be fine. Let's see. Gaius's cavalry, we'll move them up too. That's fine. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I do like how these late Principes look with their, I think that's chainmail. Yep. Sort of an early chainmail vest. Neat. Got our Republican Centurion here. Cool little shoulder straps. Okay. Run. Go faster. You're not fast enough. Where did the garrison troops go? There were like 3 left, right? What happened to them? There's a lot of bodies. Maybe they have already run away. I think that's what happened, actually. Yeah, I think they did. Should be some, like, slingers here. Libyan javelin men? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the whole garrison shattered. Okay, sure. I'll take it. That being the case, let's just occupy the town center then. Now, this isn't a victory point like it is in the big cities, in your main province capital. This is a capture point. It's just a morale bonus. But, you know, eliminating the AI's morale bonus and giving us a morale bonus instead, definitely a good idea. If you guys want to get out of your boats... Oh, we're too close to the coast here, actually. Let's back off a peg, shall we? As you can see, these archer boats are coming, and they will shoot at us, rather than get off their ships. In fact, yep, here they go. They're going to get a few back shots. Where are those landing? Yep. Looks like we got out just in time. Most of those hit right here on the ground. You gotta watch out for that. That can hurt if you're not paying attention. This is gonna be a pretty easy fight overall. They're landing. Okay, there they go. I was wondering, like, why are you heading to the edge of the map? They're landing along this side here. That makes sense. Instead of landing right in front of my face, every single one of them. They have no chance. I'll turn a little more. But they have 0 chance of winning this. Why am I using my infantry to capture the town center? Why am I wasting my time like this? Here. Here. Why don't I put my infantry where they're going to be useful? Yeah? Speed up time. I don't have all day for this crap. I do, actually. But I'm going to say I don't. Let's also move Gaius up here because they have a lot of archers landing off of their boats, and I would like to kill some of those. I don't have enough cavalry to do that. I don't want to advance my infantry just yet, because I don't want some of these boats to decide not to land. Look how messy this is, though. They're quite sloppy getting out of those boats. Let's go ahead and move up now. Try to pin these guys against the coast. I'm sorry, what? What order did you decide I gave you just now? Because you're incorrect. Whatever order you thought I just gave you is not the order I gave you. I can assure you of this. Alright. This Equite unit, just have them... Which one's more wounded? This one? Have these guys dismount so they can properly capture the town center. Like, cavalry units that are actually mounted can't fully capture something. They can only take it from the enemy. It's weird. I'm not sure why it works that way. It makes sense for, like, a siege tower or a gate or whatever, you know? Like, the men have to get off their horses to get inside the walls and kill the dudes. But it doesn't make much sense otherwise. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna push these guys against the coast and kill them. Without too much effort, I would imagine. Let's pull Quintus back. Yes, yes, units have used their ammunition. I'm shocked. Okay, come on, guys. Get up here. Today, please. No reason not to just keep advancing. I'm just running my fingers along the keyboard. I can't find my buttons. Why do you keep thinking I'm ordering that? I'm not. In no conceivable reality would I order you to do that. I think they're getting stuck on the tree. They think I'm ordering them to stand on a tree, and they're like, I can't do that. I can't sail there, Captain. Actually, both of you. Quintus and Gaius working together. They've had a long career together. You'd think by this point they'd either be great friends or enemies. Hastati! Mandata tua! Fuck it, just charge them. Their infantry units are so tiny, and they're just light melee infantry, like, whatever. I do not consider them to be a threat. Maybe I should. Maybe that's being disrespectful. This is the only threatening unit they have. Their admiral himself is, like, somewhat... Look at that, they broke in, like, 2 seconds. You just can't fight, dedicated melee armies like the Romans with a fucking navy. Remember, that's what I was talking about, that massive land superiority. Now, of course, these are half units because they're supposed to be on boats, you know, they're small units. And they're on small ships besides. Why are they sailing away? Is this new in Divide et Impera? Because it used to be when you landed a ship, it stayed there forever, and then you couldn't land any more ships because it stayed there forever. I think that's new as well. Fuck yeah, Divide et Impera, oh my god. Guys, this mod is so good. It's so good. I had a couple people ask, like, how I like the mod compared to, like, Europa Barbarum for, like, I think Medieval 2. And I'm not experienced with that mod, but I can tell you, look, just by itself, this mod is good. You don't have to compare it to anything else. It's so good. Look at that. Look at that attention to detail. They're still developing it. This game has been out for, what, 2 years already? More, I think? At least 2. Still developing it. Oh, we're chasing these guys off the field. I don't even know who I'm ordering to do what. I'm just... People kill things because these guys are going to show back up. Yours to command. Ah, so good. I mean, they just look at... Like, I didn't even expect these changes, you know? Like, okay. Because the goal of Divide et Impera was to give you, like, a more realistic campaign experience and a more realistic battle experience. They didn't have to program ships to leave the battle. I could be attributing this wrongly, too. Like, there has been a new DLC that came out for Rome 2. Something about, like, the Roman Republic, I think? Like, a Roman Republic DLC? Maybe Creative Assembly added all those features in themselves recently? I don't think so, though. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. It may not be the mod. It may be the new DLC that came out and they just ported some of the changes over to Rome 2. I have no clue. Maybe not. I'll have to play the game vanilla. But yeah, there's still work being done on this game, which I really admire that. From Creative Assembly, as well as the team for Divide et Impera, the guys who made this game, because of its lack of success on launch, they could have just abandoned it, you know? you know, and they started making Attila Total War. They released that about a year later. They could have just abandoned it, but instead they apologized for the bad release. They, you know, they said there are definitely issues. They fixed almost every single one as well as they possibly could on this engine, and they've done pretty well with that, you know, fixing formation so there's not unit blobbing, so they don't pass through each other and shit. You know, they fixed all this shit, and they rebranded the game. It's awesome. Also, I like how these guys march forward with their shields up. That looks fucking sick. I think that's historically how they would march forward, too, into combat. It's really cool. Oh, man. Imagine that coming towards you, you know? Like, in order, these guys are just marching into you. In these, like, perfect lines. Damn. I just, nope. Look at that, and then they charge at you too with their shields out like that. Man, you can't even see the faces, you know, you just see a line of shields coming at you. That's intimidating. Look at that. Man. I just have this big dopey grin on my face. We lost 20 people. Lost 20, killed 1,200. I don't think I needed both armies for that at all. And look, these guys didn't even have a chance. They didn't kill one man. Look, they killed 2 men with their archers. That's a fucking tragedy. But yeah, you know, I really have to respect, as much as I don't like Creative Assembly's newer DLC policies with like Warhammer and their partnership with Games Workshop in general, because Games Workshop is kind of shitty, you know, with their IP. Oh, you can't make a Lord of the Rings mod. Cease and desist. Why? It's not the same IP. I mean, if like the people that own, if Warner Brothers wants to do that, they have every right to, but fuck you, man. No, but you know, there's a lot of stuff that CA is doing that I'm not a huge fan of as a company, but I gotta respect them for sticking with Rome 2 as long as they did and continuing to try to make it a good game and continuing to release DLC, like full campaign packs and shit. That's, like, you know, some people are just like, you know, the damage is done, it's over, but come on, man. Like, if you're gonna fuck up games on launch and release them incomplete, at least I will give you respect for not just completely abandoning it. I wish you would release it on time, but I understand that, you know, Creative Assembly is kind of being pressured by big publishers like Sega who do shitty things as well, so it's not always... As gamers, we want things to be black and white, and we just want things to be good, and we have every right to be that way, and we should be that way to some extent, but the reality is a lot of times not as black and white as we wish it to be. Didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but, you know, I have opinions. You can agree or disagree. But we'll call that episode here. It looks like we've taken Panormos. We've got, you know, most of Sicily under our control now. In 7 turns, we can break the peace with the new owners of Syracuse, Panormos, and we'll see about engaging them, all whilst defending from Carthage and figuring out how the hell we want to handle them. I'm gonna have to think about it after this episode, how I want to deal with it. It may take me maybe a day or so to kind of construct the plan I want. Because if I fuck this up and lose my armies and my best general, who is the leader of my political party, and spend all my money on that, I might fuck myself. So, we'll see, folks. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed, including the rants. Have a good one.